I just got back from one of the coolest places you can go if you're interested in compost, worm compost, regenerative agriculture, sustainability, market gardening, social media, marketing, business development, and giant freaking grapefruit. My name is Steve Churchill. I own the Urban Worm Company, and I'm going to tell you about my visit to the Arizona Worm Farm in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been in the worm world one way or another since 2011 when I started vermicomposting. I started the Urban Worm Company in 2014 as a blog and grew it into an e-commerce brand where I launched the Urban Worm Bag in 2018. Somebody I've known for about the whole time is Zach Brooks of the Arizona Worm Farm in Phoenix, Arizona. Zach retired from business consulting and wanted to start a fully sustainable, completely off-the-grid urban farm. And considering the name, it's no surprise that Zach thought worms should play a big role in making that happen. So I was honored when Zach asked me to present at the 2022 Worm Business Conference. Now I know what you're thinking. There's a conference not only for worms, but for worm business? The answer is yes, and it was a blast. The people and the event were incredible. I made my way from Philadelphia to Phoenix and joined 50 friends of mine, some old and some new. They came from all over the United States, Canada, Panama, and even Austria. This was my third visit to the Arizona Worm Farm, and I can't believe how much it changes each time I visit. They've got worm breeding, worm composting, hot composting, mulches, soils, chickens, black soldier fly larvae to process waste and then feed the chickens, vegetable gardens, rat-killing owls, adorable Jack Russell Terriers, and fruit trees which spit out the biggest and most delicious grapefruit I have ever seen. And this is all thanks to their compost and worm castings. Zach, Clark, Lisa, and the team at the Arizona Worm Farm also do workshops, they do consulting, waste management services, worm tea applications, all that good stuff right in the Phoenix area. It's an impressive place run by impressive people doing some really cool things. The conference was awesome with just the right mix of presentations and hands-on training about worm breeding, worm composting, screening equipment, worm teas, marketing, and how to properly use a microscope to see how healthy your soil really is. Now sadly, there was no training on how to grow a grapefruit as big as a toddler's head. Now about the conference and the topic of worm farming as a business. One point that was made over and over again is how welcoming everybody is in the worm farming community and how sharing everybody is with all of the information that they have. There was no topic of conversation that was off limits. Soil Food Web graduate Heather Rinaldi of the Texas Worm Ranch spoke on soil biology. Susan Panylyk of Kootenai Worm Composting talked about worm teas and worm extracts and how to both make and market them. Social media influencer Angela Judd talked about social media and how to grow an audience on various platforms. And members of Zach's team talked about worm breeding, harvesting, composting, and other cool stuff happening on the farm. Now Zach was extremely transparent about his business and how he grew revenues to over $1 million in 2021. He showed us the good, the bad, and the ugly of the idea of getting into worm farming as a business. The one thing Zach didn't do, and I've always respected him about this, is that he did not talk about how easy it was. In fact, it was the other way around. Now I can speak from experience that there is a low perceived barrier to entry when it comes to worm farming, worm composting, vermiculture, whatever you want to call it. People see the prices of things like live worms and vermicompost and they see dollar signs. But there's a lot of things that they don't see. What they don't see is a lot of manual labor or the capital investment required for equipment to help reduce that manual labor. They don't see the difficulty in marketing. They don't see the difficulties in trying to compete against people who are selling worm castings for 30 cents a pound. And they don't see the reality that you can make easier money working as a greeter at Lowe's for 40 hours a week than you can working 60 hours a week as a worm farmer for less pay. Sometimes the value of conferences like this are to not do so much cheerleading, but to steer you clear of a lot of wasted effort, wasted money, and a lot of heartache. That's the message I got from the 2015 North Carolina State Vermiculture Conference. I learned pretty quickly there that my current lifestyle, my current career, and a single acre in suburban Philadelphia were not going to be able to support the kind of business I thought I could build. I needed to find success other ways, so I'm happy that I got pushed off the wrong path. I found a niche with the Urban Worm Bag and my other products, and it's been a hell of a ride. But honestly, you could eliminate all of the presentations that I watched there and just get value out of simply meeting other worm weirdos like yourself. And the grapefruit, don't forget about the grapefruit. So I wouldn't be surprised if Zach and his team put this conference on again sometime in the near future. And if they do, I'll be there with bells on, whether I'm a presenter or not. If I haven't scared you away from your own entrepreneurial journey in composting, worm composting, or small scale agriculture, go ahead and click this link above my left shoulder. I'm gonna send you PDFs of the 2 short presentations I did at the conference about web marketing and also about profit boosting strategies for your business. For now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more content, and I'm going to see you on the next video.